Okay, one of the best things to do when you're about to start a fast is to prepare meals ahead of time. What we're going to do here is do a big pot of soup, which will last for several days. Now we have sweet potatoes here, carrots, zucchini. Make sure the zucchini are organic. This is a pack of frozen Brussels sprouts. Here we have ginger, onion, garlic, and some spices. There's thyme, sea salt. This is Celtic salt, and black pepper. Now you can use whatever spices you like. You can switch it up, even the vegetables. Just use whatever you have in your fridge. Or to make it easier still, you can just buy a packet of soup vegetables, frozen soup vegetables, and use that instead. Okay, here I've added 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to the pot. And to this, I'm going to add the onions, ginger, and garlic. We're going to saute this. Going to add the spices. And again, you use the spices of your choice for this. Stir this around a little, and then what I'm going to do is add the sweet potato and the carrots. Here we have the potatoes and the carrots mixed up. Stir it up real good. It actually smells delicious. Stir it up. And then I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts. Now you use whatever vegetable suits you. Some people don't like Brussels sprouts, so use whatever you have in the kitchen. These I haven't quite thawed out, but it doesn't really matter. Mix everything up well. Now the zucchini I'm going to put in after this is cooked for a little while because it's so soft. Wouldn't be right to put it in now because they'll just turn to mush. So here's the vegetables all mixed up. What I'm going to do is cover the pot, let it cook for a while, and then add the zucchini with the stock. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to be doing a smoothie. Now what we have here is what I use as a basic base. There's half a banana, there's half a apple, Granny Smith, there's a half a pint of coconut water, and there's a piece of kale. Now you can always swap and change. If you wanted to use milk, some type of milk, you could use that instead of the coconut water. Okay, the vegetables have been on now, just steaming for about 20 minutes. You can see it's sprung a lot of water. What we're going to do now is add the squash, the zucchini, and I took out some, I had a little bit of peppers, red peppers, frozen. I took that out, so I'm adding that to the pot. You're just going to put this in, stir it all up, add the stock. Now you can add broth if you want to. You can just add water. But you stir it all up. Add the stock. Bring it to the boil. And let it simmer until all the vegetables are tender. Of course you taste it to see, make sure it has enough salt, enough of your seasoning. And just leave it to cook. Here I've added enough stock to come up to the top of the vegetables. It's on a high heat right now until it comes to the boil. Then I'm going to turn it down and leave it to simmer. Cover it and leave it to simmer. Now, if you want to use your smoothie as a meal, you need to add some healthy fats and some carbs. What we have here is some oatmeal. We have some blackberries and some healthy fat chia seeds, avocado, some almonds. Now, dates you can use to sweeten. Dates is very, very nutritious and very good for expectant moms. Grapes and avocados are very good for expectant moms. I also added a little bit of ginger to it here if you like ginger. And you can just add all of these, a little bit of each or just some of them. Blend it up, whether you use a special blender or just a regular blender. And have it thick if you want to use it as a meal. Because if you use it as a meal, it'll last you like 3 or 4 hours, just like a meal would. So I would mix it a little bit thicker and eat it with a spoon. Okay, this is the ingredients I had blended up in the blender. But what I'm going to do is add some more ingredients and make enough for 2 days. This is the smoothie finished. And I have some mason jars here. I'm going to put them in the mason jars and you have smoothies for a couple of days. Over here we have the soup. It's been simmering for 10 minutes and all the vegetables are tender now. Doesn't take long. And here you have a big pot of nourishing soup that will last you 3 or 4 days. What you need to do is just let it cool. Put them in containers. You have the little containers you buy in Dollar Tree. You get 4 of them for $1. Put it in the containers. Put it in the fridge. And just use it when you need to. Okay, this is what I got from the mixture that I just did. I got 3 mason jars and some that I'm going to eat now. Here is 3 bowls of soup at 3 different stages. This first one, half of this has been pureed. So you can see it still has some chunks in it. So for those who wanted something with some more substance, they could start with that. This one has been pureed, but it's still fairly stiff. You still have some substance to that. It's not completely pureed. This one is completely pureed, and this is probably the stage you want to get to. But if you're not able to go straight to this, start with something like this, and then work your way over to this. And then from this, you could probably move on to a liquid meal. Okay, this is the smoothie. All these recipes, you just tweak it and add the things that you like. Now, I had some of this earlier, and I thought it was delicious. But if I gave this to anyone in my household, they would hate it. I know that. But some of the healthy fats that you can add to your smoothies is coconut milk, nut butter, chia seeds, avocado. Now, as regards nut butter, if you're not allergic to peanut butter, you can use peanut butter, but use organic. Now, vegans, the liquids that you can add is coconut milk, coconut water, oat milk, almond milk. And non-vegans can use all of those, or milk or kefir. Carbs that can be added is oats. Rolled oats is good. Fruits, ground flaxseed. As regards to soup, you just use whatever vegetables you like and whatever seasoning you like.